What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the TheFlyYoungGentleman here, and I'm bringing you the car review for the Lamborghini Huracan, and it's really nice. Actually, matter of fact, it is quite nice, and I'm going to be showing it to you stock and then show you what I do to upgrade it and make it into, I'm not sure yet. I haven't even touched this car yet. It is completely stock. So, interior, I give it about an 7 out of 10. It's a nice interior, but it follows suit very closely to the Lamborghini Gallardo. Maybe just a little bit touched up. Speedometer is okay. The only thing I don't like about it is that the tachometer is okay, but the speedometer, as you're going to see here in a minute, you can't see it right now. You might be able to see that little 0 is tiny. That's my main complaint. So exterior, it follows suit of the Gallardo. Really looks like more of a souped up LP 574. More of the Super Leggera kind of look with that nice glass back door that follows suit of the Big Brother Aventador. The side skirts are pretty cool. It's got a really good aggressive look to it, but still has the rear of the Gallardo and a little bit different part of the headlights. Looks very similar to the Lamborghini Urus. And tailpipes look very cool. This car is cool. I want to put some black rims on this. I think it would contrast nicely, and I'll keep the yellow color. Mirrors, nothing special about them. They don't look very cool, and it just, looks like a nice Gallardo. It's pretty much what it is. All right. So I'm going to take you guys on a live little drive test where I'm no editing. So if I suck, then, well, I'm going to suck. If I don't, well, I had a good day today. Let's make sure this map went correctly where I want it to go. I want it to go through that tunnel. There we go. All right. Let's take a little drive test, shall we? All right. Oh, all right. We hit something right off the bat. That's not good. I turned it to cosmetic damage for the purpose of making this.
200 yards, turn right.
Got a different speedometer on here. It's kind of hard to see. All right, we'll take a good turn here. Handling on it's wonderful. Launch is wonderful as well. Check this out. You do not oversteer or whip at all. You don't really burn out. That's the beauty of a lot of these Lamborghinis, is the launch is incredible on them. All right, we're going to try and turn here. Hit a few of those. But very nice. The handling is great. I'm really a fan. You can turn at pretty high speeds, and wow, we barely made that there. I recommend not redlining this car because I don't feel like you get the best of the RPM, or I'm sorry, the acceleration from red lines in this car. I really feel like the main thing about this car is you're going to want to try and take it right below 7,000 RPMs until you get to higher gears. Once you hit about 4th, then redlining it is okay. You'll hit the better acceleration. We can make a good little turn here. But yeah, solid turn radius. Everything's doing really well on this car so far. It is completely stock, and we'll do an upgrade in a little bit here. And we'll go around the roundabout just to show a little bit of the handling. Usually I just blow through these things. Very cool. I'm a big fan. I'm actually really enjoying this car, even though I barely touched it. And it's making me sad that I've barely used it because it's nice. It handles well. Everything about it is really nice. And you'll see me start taking it into redlining more here. Try and hit a little bit higher of a speed once we get through these turns. But as you can see, it's doing very well. Not too much oversteer. You saw a little bit there. But it's working really well. And I looked down at the speedometer a little too long there like a dumbass. As you can see, 4th is a good cruising gear. Otherwise, you're going a little bit too fast for what this car can handle and still be able to, turn. All right, and then we reached our destination. So a little test drive for you guys here. I'll bring up the little tuning setup and you guys can see what the game has programmed for this, and it's going to tell us exactly what it can do in terms of 0 to 60 and, how fast you can stop. And how many feet. But very nice car so far. Very impressed. It really does feel like a Gallardo. and I'm a fan. Good. I like the Gallardo. It's a very good Lamborghini, and for them to, you know, update it and make a cooler one makes me all the more happy. There's not an Aventador though. I will go as far, if you have a choice, get the Aventador. The Aventador does make for a much better car, and you can race and get a little bit more speed out of it as well, and especially handling even. But very beautiful. All right, now let's go over to the tuning setup. All right, so heading over to tuning. And this is completely stock right now. As you can tell, the 0 to 60 is 2.9 seconds. Very good. Not too ridiculous, but very good. And a little bit over double the time will get us to 100 miles an hour and a top speed of 210.7 miles an hour, which is not too far behind a stock Lamborghini Aventador, but is not as good as the Diablo was either. Where the Diablo, would come in around 217 if I'm not mistaken, and which was a pretty good speed, especially for the time. And it can end up beating out this car right here, which is much more new. It can beat that top speed. The braking distance is, I'd say, lower end of the class, with 127.7 feet from the 60 miles an hour to 0, and 100 miles an hour to 0 being 308.1 feet. And I can get a car you can do better. And the lateral G's on this car are quite impressive for a stock car with no external modifications. Now, going into upgrades for the car, I'm going to go take us to a garage, and I'll be back in about a second. What's up? We're back. All right. So what I like to do sometimes is go auto upgrade, and then we'll get it to S2, but I've done it and made this to X-Class by adding the fender. We're going to talk about that in a second. My recording crapped out, so I had to do this twice. I don't know what's happening, guys. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. So we're going to go to custom upgrades and go through every single one of these, and I like to go through every single one of them and then upgrade the best possible part. So I went through all of these, standard upgrade. And then one thing I like to do is add a two-way differential, which I didn't find available for this car for some strange reason. And I feel like the upgrading may have been dumbed down in this game compared to the first one in some ways, but not others. And I added this nice pair of rims here called the Flow FF01s. They're very nice rims, and got rid of about 27 pounds of weight from the car. And from conversion, I did nothing. I might try and get an Aventador, give it an Aventador engine, and then go from there, because I'm 90% sure that this engine that we have right now is slower. Matter of fact, why don't we go to the, I have some money to blow. We'll go to the 6-liter V12 instead, and let's see if we can make any upgrades to it. See if we can make this even better of a car. So we're going to go through, because I had fully souped up. I believe this car has a V10, if I'm not mistaken, at least in real life. And this game isn't too shabby on that. Also, to the guy who commented on my Tesla video saying he was disappointed in the way it was compared to the real one, I just went back and realized and fixed it and fully upgraded it, and it does achieve pretty good stats. Top speed is a tad slow, but it's about 145 miles an hour. But it is a wonderful car. You should definitely go check it out again, my friend. And we're going to go here. Make sure we get every little thing. Goddamn. And wow, the speed has greatly increased from the last time we saw her. All right, we still have the race spring, anti-roll bars, yada yada. It should still all be the same, because all we did was change the engine. And I believe the drivetrain on the 6-liter was, oh no, it keeps it the same. When you change the engine, it does not mess with the drivetrain, which is really cool. All right. Tires and rims, like I said, I already showed you the rims we have. I added the front bumper, which made it into X999 class. And we're going to go to conversion. We already did the 6-liter V12. Why don't we try this baby out? All right, let's throw a marker. We'll get to the freeway. But all in all, on the V10 that I was doing earlier, and I got to end up reviewing and the recording shit out on me, it's a good car. It's no Aventador though. This might be better than an Aventador now though with the weight. Wow, we're flying. All right, let's go into tuning and check out what is up with the legitimate 100% accurate, not in my opinion, stats. All right, so actually it got a tad faster. The top speed went up by 3 miles an hour than a fully upgraded V10 variant that I did upgrade. Braking is a little bit, about 1 foot on each of those braking distances greater, and lateral G's remain the same except for at 120 miles an hour. For some reason it changed, I assume with the weight of the car. So heading over to aero, let's see if making it adjusted for cornering will do anything to the top speed. Sometimes you'd be surprised it doesn't. All right, we lost a couple miles an hour off here. Let's see what we end up doing. Oh, we gained about 2. So I think it'll be better if we stay right in the middle. We won't change anything to that. And the gearing says we can get up to 256. With the V10, we could get up to 254. Just an FYI for you. And I will tinker around with this later on, possibly, depending how much I like the car right now. All right, so on the V10, I'm going to give you my quick review about fully upgraded with the V10, and then now we're going to go into this. Quick review, fully upgraded with V10, close but no cigar when it comes to the big brother Aventador. The Aventador is still a better car, recommend it, and in some scenarios. Actually, I'd say in 95% of scenarios, the Aventador will do you better. But it's got one of the best, in my opinion, best-in-class performances, and it just does really well with a nice aesthetic design, not too flashy if you're trying to just do a normal cruise. Now, I imagine I can't use a tachometer inside of the vehicle because if we were to go, it has a crazy different engine, and I assume the tachometer is going to be giving us red line when we're really not even close. All right, let's test her out. Yeah, see that? We're not even in the red line yet, and it says we're on the tachometer of the car. It says we're already at 9,000 RPMs. Wow, I don't know what the hell that was. So let's give out a little test here of performance once we've upgraded it. There's that 0 tuning effects to it. Doing well, not too hard to handle compared to other cars. I'd like to change the gear ratio though. We are a little bit, I don't like shifting too much when it comes to our top speed. Acceleration will be a lot slower, and I'm always rolling around at a very high top speed. I feel like shifting when we hit the red line on the tachometer inside of the vehicle is a little tad too early, especially in these higher gears here. It's about right when we're in lower gears, but now that we're at higher gears, I don't feel like it's right. Let's try and top speed it, see if it's even possible and still control the car. I always like to manually test it. All right, very, very slow increase of speed here. Yeah, apparently it can go to 250. This is a little bit uphill here. The main thing I noticed is we'll probably have to tinker around with the gearing to allow it to even go to 240 miles an hour comfortably, especially on a terrain like this that does have up and downhill. Ooh, a little bit oversteer there. So, also my rating is that although we managed to get this car to X class, I do not feel like it's gonna, punch in with the big boys such as the Noble fully upgraded, an Aventador fully upgraded, Pagani, or any of those kind of cars. Really just supercars, Koenigsegg's, all of that. I don't feel like it's gonna keep up. It is just not meant to be going this fast. I really feel it. And a lot of those cars, you don't feel it, or like the LaFerrari. And this car, I really just don't feel like, this is supposed to be going that fast, because it clearly isn't supposed to be going this fast. And I really, not a fan. I don't think this is going to be my daily driver for trying to get places quickly, because although we're going pretty damn fast, I don't feel comfortable driving at this speed in this car. I really feel like if I inch it a little too much, we're going to die. And it's not, there's a lot of selection for cars that go this fast in this game. So I really wouldn't worry about it too much. Oh, I really like this car. I mean, if you really are a fan of the Huracan and you were looking for a car that's a little bit cheaper than fully upgrading an Aventador and has pretty close performance, Huracan all the way. But when we're talking about actual track performance, Aventador is going to be a lot better of a bet. See that if we were to shift on red line, it's a little too late. All right, before the video gets too long-winded, I'm going to cut it short. All right, so anyway, guys, the TheFlyYoungGentleman, can't even talk. TheFlyYoungGentleman here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Engine braking does not work in this game very well. As you see, I tried to do it right there. But big fan of this car. It's aesthetically pretty. And, well, not anymore, but it was aesthetically pretty. And I'm a fan. No Aventador, but damn close. And if you're going to be spending boatloads of money, this might be a car for you, especially if you're a big fan of it. If you're just a fan of Lamborghini and you want to support their newest whip, it would be cool to get this car. But if you're talking about raw performance, nope. All right, guys. Anyway, like I said, remember to have class and get that ass. Subscribe, like. If you didn't like the video, dislike and let me know why in the comment section down below. Please don't be rude. Be nice. I'm trying to grow a good community here. And I will see you guys on the next episode, which will be tomorrow, actually. I'm going to do another Forza car review. And then possibly we'll do some League of Legends stuff later on. Peace out, guys.